All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breathwork class. My name is Brian and I'm delighted to be with you here this morning on this beautiful morning where we're going to breathe actively. We're going to move a little bit vigorously and get a little bit of energetic flow and warmth going. And we're going to rest deeply. So we'll have about a 50-minute class today, give or take. A couple of things for those that are new. Remember that our first guiding principle, support precedes action. So ensure that you have everything you need to support yourself in your practice today. Blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, chairs, tissues. Please clear your passageways. We're going to breathe vigorously here in a few minutes. Whatever you need to support yourself in your practice, have that available. And then avail yourself of that in the practice. Remember that it is your practice. So I will be offering and suggesting and inviting you into some things from over here. Ultimately, you are in the privacy of your own space by design. And the only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. So at any time you lose the thread of your breath, you want to stop and regain the thread of your breath and then rejoin as you feel ready. Modify at any time. Take any alternate posture at any time. Come out of any posture at any time. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Honor that wisdom by giving your body what it's asking for and allowing yourself to be supported in your practice. All right. Let us land, ground, raise gratitude, set intention, and then we'll get started here. So this is our start. Our support precedes action. So we're going to find a supported posture, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that feels like for you. Take a moment to feel into whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Feel that physical sensation of connection at that part of your body, and then bring your awareness to that sensation of connection as support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And then from that support, imagine you could root into those support places, those places of connection. And that by rooting down into the earth beneath you, you could secure yourself so that you could lengthen through your side body, lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your crown. Experiment with your nodding and shaking of the head in order to release that spot at the back of the neck so that you can feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then holding your spine elongated and aligned, observe for yourself the effect on your torso. Notice what happens in your body. Do you feel the energy body engage and come online? Do you feel the chest expand and the heart open? Just notice what you feel as you elongate and align the spine. And then we'll come into the present moment by coming into the breath. So turn your awareness to your breathing. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages and begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go in your body without stress, strain, or exertion. No effort here. Nothing is required. You have everything you need. You're nowhere to go. You're already here. Just breathe in. And breathe out. On the inhale, follow the inhale where it goes without effort. On the exhale, let go completely, empty completely, release all that is no longer needed. And as you settle into your breathing and knowing that you're breathing, I'll invite you on your next inhale to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space and to allow to arise in your heart space gratitude. A sense of gratitude, any one thing for which you are grateful here this morning. Maybe for you today, just the possibility of gratitude. And notice, by turning inward and looking into your heart space, notice what arises for you when gratitude is called forth. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And I invite you to anchor your gratitude, whatever it is that you're grateful for, anchor it right there in your heart space, and to hold it there for the duration of our time together today. And then finally, I encourage and invite you to set an intention for your practice, perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And then listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. Now, as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. And if you'd like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so now as I say Namo, Namaste. And then release your hands, lift the chin. Make any adjustments you need to your posture in order to feel supported here. We're going to do some breath work. We're going to breathe here. We're going to open up the passageways one by one and then two by two, as they say. So we're going to begin in a strong, supported, seated posture with a lengthened spine. If you like, take your right hand, put your fingers together, and then make fingers toward the ceiling. Bring the right thumb against the right nostril. Blocking the right nostril, you're going to inhale through the left nostril. Your left hand on the knee, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Body very still. Inhale and exhale out the left nostril only. The left nostril associated with the Ida, the moon channel. Calming and soothing influence. Mostly if you're like me and you're in high pollen zone right now, you're just trying to get your passageways cleared. Now create your own rhythm and your own pace because it's your breath. So you're moving with your breath, right? So you may want a long, deep, full inhale. You may want to be a little more quick or vigorous. It's all on you right now to find your own pace in your own practice. Breathe in and out through your left nostril. Body very still. Awareness on the breath in the left nostril. Inhale and exhale equal in length, duration, and volume. And your focus is at the brow point. If your eyes are closed, or if you're uncomfortable closing your eyes, just narrow your gaze to something not moving just beyond the tip of your nose. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Drop your right hand, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Bring up your left hand. Bring your left thumb against your left nostril. Exhale out your right nostril and begin to breathe in and out through the right nostril. And you may notice that one side may be clearer or more passable than the other and may not be exactly the same, as nor should it be. And you're just feeling into this right channel, breathing in and out through the right. Now your right channel, associated with the sun, the solar channel, and the Pingala nadi or channel, the active channel, the enlivening, enlightening channel. And you may feel that as you're breathing in and out through your right nostril, finding your rhythm and your pace. And your breath, your practice. Opening up the right side channel. And body very still. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Release your left hand down. Be very still. Gently retain this breath. And then exhale, release the breath. Let the breath stabilize here. Take a cleansing breath, a full inhale through both nostrils. A complete exhale. Now we're going to do breath of fire through both nostrils. Now, if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not pump the diaphragm. Just take a long, deep inhale, complete exhale. Yogic breath. Otherwise, you're going to engage the diaphragm, then pulling down and back on the exhale, pressing out and up on the inhale. Working with your diaphragm, your breath, your rhythm. Let's take a full inhale to prepare. And begin your breath of fire here. Take your arms up, press the palms forward, fold the fingertips back to the top of the palm, and let the thumbs arc over the head as if they were coming together in an arc, 60-degree angle or so. Now, if your arms get in the way of your breath, then release your arms back to your knees. Don't overdo. But the focus is on the breath as always. And remember, in all of our work here, our goal is to be calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. So let that be your guideline. Whenever you lose your calm, you lose your steady, you lose your focus, you lose your sense of movement within your own body. That's your opportunity to avail yourself of your supports, to modify, to adjust, to stop, to restart, always connected to the breath. And we do these vigorous exercises, these challenging exercises, so that we can practice being calm and steady when challenged. Our goal is to learn that we can utilize these tools to affect our mind states and our emotional regulation when we run into challenges in life. Plus, we just like to get up and go. This is a beautiful, wonderful warm-up exercise, a wonderful way to change things with a powerful and immediate effect. On your next inhale, take a full inhale. Bring the thumbs to touch over the head. Extend the fingers long. Reach, reach, reach. While you're reaching, lift at the base of the spine and the pelvic bowl. Engage your root lock. Although your arms are up, relax your shoulders and reach the fingers long. Tuck the chin toward the chest. Engage your chin lock. Be very still. Allow everything to come center. As you're ready, release your arms gently down to your knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Release your locks, release your breath. Be very still, let the breath come and go, and notice what shifted for you. Very powerful practice right there. 2 minutes of breath of fire. Change your entire life, or change your day at least. Change the moment for yourself. Feel into that wonder, that sense of energetic arousal maybe a little stillness behind it, maybe just a sense of full presence. Let's take a cleansing breath here, full inhale. Side out, complete exhale. And then let's come around to our mat. We're going to begin standing today. I'm going to move the body a little bit. Ooh. So just take a moment here to shake everything out. If you're like me, you get a little constricted in your hip girdle and Maybe your shoulders a little tense. Just feel into a little bit of relief here, shaking your legs, arms, and then settling in. All right, settle into your feet hip distance apart. Now, a lot of us think our hips are really wide, but remember, this is not the hip. This is the buttocks. The hip is that hip pointer at the front of the hips. Make your feet align with that. Take the outside of your feet parallel with the top and bottom of your mat. Feel into that space. All right, we're going to work with some opening here. So initially, let us just bring our hands to prayer at the chest. Feel into the balls of the feet, the inside and outside of the ball of foot, the inside and outside of the heel. Pick up the toes so that you can feel those 4 points a little clearer. And then allow the toes to come down and notice the additional support from the toes. Root down. Imagine you could pull your heels toward each other. You'll feel that engagement through the inner part of the leg. Lift through the waist and hip girdle. Lift through the shoulders and crown. This is your mountain posture, standing on your own 2 feet. Feel into your balance. Take your arms high. Press the palms together. Interlace the fingers, steeple the index finger, cross the thumb over. Biceps frame the ears, fingers get long, extend, feel that length. You may feel as if your hips are moving forward. You may feel as if your back is bending, but you're really just getting long here. Inhale here. Exhale, just lean to your left a little bit. Let your body go where it goes. Stay long out of both arms and both legs. I feel that opening in the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Get long. Exhale, let your body lean to the right. Again, stay long out of both arms. Notice that underside arm, that tendency to collapse a little bit. Notice that underside leg, that tendency to drop that knee. Stay long out of both arms and both legs. Breathe in here. Into that left side body opening, breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Get long. Exhale, take the thumbs toward the wall behind you. Imagine you're moving your hips to the front. Feel into a little bit of a back bend, just a gentle, maybe you're not back bending at all. Maybe it just feels like you're opening the backside of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. Roll the shoulders, take a breath here. Check in with your gratitude and your intention. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On your next inhale, sink your hips back and down, coming into a version of chair. Look down and see your toes in front of your knees. If not, make your adjustments. Press the hips back toward the wall behind you. Try to keep the spine straight. You'll get some level of hinging forward. Maybe you find yourself very much forward. See if you can lift and straighten the spine. Imagine a wall behind the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of your hips. Imagine you're pressing against that wall while sinking the hips down. This is your chair posture. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. If you can maintain your balance, maybe you want to pick up your heels, come up on your toes. Maybe you want to sink the hips a little deeper, maybe not. Remember, support precedes action. This can feel unsupported, so stabilize and breathe. Maybe a little challenge here, maybe not. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Gently bring your heels back to the mat. Gently straighten your legs. Release the arms. Moving into our tree posture. So, hands may come to the waist, provide a little bit more support. Maybe your hands at the chest, excuse me. You're going to pick up your right heel and root into your left foot. Now notice the tendency of that left hip to want to bump when you bring your weight into that left foot. So stay long out of the left foot. So we're lifting through the hip. Turn your right knee outward and bring the sole of your right foot against your ankle, maybe against your calf, maybe against your thigh, never against the knee. Support it here. Find your supports. Now, if your hands were at your waist, bring them to prayer at your chest. If you like, find a focus point, the drishti or gazing point. Remember that focus is balance. Breath is strength. This is a balancing posture. We're on one foot here. So we have one foot supporting the entire torso at this point. So focus gives us balance. Finding something not moving beyond the tip of your nose, out on the horizon perhaps. Whatever it is that you're focused on, that allows you to keep balance. Breath is strength. When you start to feel wobbly, you want to focus, you want to bring your breath to play here. Now, if you like, you can grow your tree, taking your arms high. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands back, let the wind blow beneath your branches maybe. Come back to the waist. Return your right knee forward and place your right foot back on the ground. And then pedal your feet, shake that out, reestablish. Notice the different feeling in your hips and find yourself on your right side. Now, I should have said this earlier, but I'll say it now. You might want to be moving where you have support from a wall or your chair in these postures. All right, let's root into the right foot, pick up the left knee. Maybe just pick up the left heel. Let's keep it simple, all right? Now, again, you're lifting out of that right leg and right hip. You're going to turn your left knee out and bring the sole of your left foot against your right ankle, right calf, or maybe even right thigh, depending upon what's appropriate for you and what feels supportive for you. Hands will come to prayer. Again, we're going to find that drishti, that gazing point. Focus giving us balance here. Breathing into this. And then if you like, maybe you grow your tree, letting your branches extend towards the sun above you. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Maybe you let the wind blow beneath your branches. Maybe you just bring your hands back to prayer or to your waist. Release your left knee forward. Left foot down. Pedal that out, shake that out. Got one more here in these standing postures. And again, Maybe you want to be where you can utilize your wall for support. We're going to find ourselves on the left side. We're going to combine those two movements into what we call eagle pose. So, rooting into the left side. Hands to the waist for support. Pick up the right leg. And we're going to cross the right thigh tightly atop the left, dropping the right foot outside the left calf. Pressing the thighs together to find support. Sinking the hips back, we come into that modified chair posture. Now, this may be your edge. You may stay here. Maybe you bring your hands to prayer. Maybe you take your arms out and then cross your arms so that your right arm comes under your left arm, elbows come together, backs of the palms or the front of the palms touching, the right thumb maybe coming to the third eye. This is our eagle posture, breathing in here, breathing out. Inhale here, exhale here. Full inhalation, complete exhale. Release the arms, release the legs. Come back to your mountain and shake, pedal, or smooth out your posture and prepare to move to the other side. Rooting into our right leg. Picking up our left knee and left leg, crossing the left thigh tightly atop the right. Pressing the thighs and sinking the hips, coming into our chair. Bring our hands to prayer. Maybe taking the arms out, crossing the left arm under help. If you have shoulder issues, that may not be feasible. You may notice the difference one side to the other. Support yourself, calm, steady, focused on the breath. Moving within your own body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Fly out of your posture, straightening the legs, releasing the arms. Back and pedal your feet. All right. Okay. Bring your feet out to your shoulder width apart, maybe even a little wider if you like. Turn your toes out slightly for support. We're going to move into our squats. So, the arms extend out from the shoulders, palms down. This will give you some balance here. And then there's an imaginary wall behind your head, shoulders, and hips. You're dropping your hips down that wall, bringing your hips toward your heels on the exhale. On the inhale, we're straightening and lifting the body. Now, you're going to support yourself with a chair or with a bolster if you need to. And then your squat is your squat. You squat to the place where your heels come off the mat. That's your edge. You lose your support, so we want to stay supported before we act, right? So maybe our squat is just a couple of inches, and that's okay. That's our squat. Find your squat, and we're going to do a few here. So, cleansing breath, full inhale. Sigh it out. Inhale here, and then exhale, begin. Find your rhythm and your pace and your breath in your practice, right? Moving with your breath. In and out through the nostrils, a little ujjayi breath, a little victorious breath, a little ocean breath. Bring a little tension to the back of the throat, to the epiglottis, so that you can hear your breath in your nostrils. And then you can begin to align your movement with the rhythm of your breath. Exhale down, inhale up. Couple more here. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands. Bring the feet back underneath the hips. Let the breath come and go. Gently make your way down onto your back. Let your toes fall open. Let your palms fall up at your hips. Lengthen your crown. Breathe deep into the abdomen. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, bring the heels toward the hips. The knees toward the ceiling. The knees turned inward toward each other. So maybe they're not touching, but they're moving toward each other. And we keep them in that relationship, in alignment with the hips. Hands come palms down alongside the hips. We roll up into the lower back. Tilt the pelvic bowl, lift the buttocks. Continue to lift, press the knees away. Lift the belly button toward the ceiling. Come into your bridge. Dynamic bridges here. This is your inhale. On the exhale, we roll the hips down. So we're moving up and down the spine, one vertebra at a time, with the breath. Aligning movement with breath. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Again, listening to the rhythm of our breath. Moving that energy up into the lower back, maybe even the middle back. No weight in the head or neck here. Everything is in the back and shoulders. Dynamic bridges. One more here. Inhale up. Hold the posture, but not the breath. Breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. As you exhale here, slowly roll down. Bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze. Rock a little side to side. Feel into your experience where that energy is for you. Now we're going to move to the front of the body. Take the heels toward the ceiling, the toes toward the face. Press the hands down by the hips. For additional support, bring the thumbs underneath the sits bones. For even more support, bring the back of the palms underneath the SI joint, top of the buttocks. Options here. You can do single scissor kicks, one at a time, or you can do both legs down. Exhale down, inhale up, leg lifts. Full spine on the mat. You feel the lower spine in particular on the mat. Working with your breath. Bringing that energy around into the solar plexus, the abdomen, the sacrum, hip flexors, still working the hamstrings and the quads. The active focus a little higher now. Couple more here. One at a time or both legs together, working with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Crown is long and relaxed, shoulders are down and relaxed. Full back is on the mat. We feel support. Check in with your intention in your heart space. Check in with your gratitude in your heart space. Be in your breath. Are you calm? Steady? Focused on the breath? Moving within your own body? Inhale the legs up. Exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze. Rock a little side to side. Notice where you're feeling yourself here. And then bring your nose toward your knees and squeeze a little bit, and then maybe just gently, little bit of rocking motion on your spine. Maybe just a little movement. Maybe you begin to feel a little bigger movement. Maybe you can rock yourself all the way up. Come back around to your seated posture. We'll work through the remaining bit of this practice for today. Continuing to move that energy up into the heart space. Find your supported seat. Settle into your supports. Establish yourself. The Bhagavad Gita, one of the scriptural texts of yoga, the admonition from Krishna to Arjuna is to establish yourself in your yoga and then release all thought of outcome. No analysis, just be. Established in your supports, we're going to begin with the breath. So the hands will interlace the fingers, turn the palms away, and then bring the thumbs to touch. So at the heart level. The inhale, the arms will press away. The exhale, hands will come back toward the chest. Palms facing away. Inhale out through the nostrils. Exhale back through the nostrils. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice here. Inhaling out. Exhaling back. Settle into this. Full inhale. Complete exhale. So you're getting all you can on the inhale, gathering in that life force, the prana, the immanence of the present moment. And then on the exhale, you're letting it go, releasing completely, letting get of any, feel like this is spring cleaning and you're cleaning out any stagnant emotions, any stagnant thought processes, any stagnant conditioned responses, any stagnant ideas of yourself, any stale stories, opening up to fresh presence, newness. And All right. Now, we're going to add a little bit to this. So the inhale, the arms go out. Gently retain this breath. The arms go overhead and then come back out in front of the chest. And then you'll exhale on the back. So we're just adding that little retention there. So inhale out, gently retain while the arms go up and then back down out, and then the exhale. Again, find your rhythm. Your pace, your breath, your practice. Fully focused here. So even though the arms are moving, the body is still. The awareness is on the breath in the nostrils. Focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed. Or again, if you're uncomfortable closing your eyes, many of us are, those are balance off, gets in the way of our work, then just narrow your gaze to something not moving. Calm, steady, focused on the breath, moving within your own body. Almost there. Inhale out and up. Gently retain this breath. Lift at the base of the spine and pelvic bowl. Engage the root lock. Mula Bandha. Relax the shoulders even though the arms are up. Tuck the chin. Chin lock. Jala Bandha. Allow everything to settle. Be still. As you're ready, gently release the arms down to the knees. Release the locks, release the breath. Let the breath come and go. Notice your experience. Notice what's shifted for you. Check into your own experience here. Calm, steady, rooted in support, feeling into your own experience. Breathe in. Breathe out. Cleansing breath here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, next one is a rotational. So the arms will come up, elbows at the level of the shoulders, palms forward, fingers together. So we're just pressing the palms away. Very simple movement. On the inhale, we twist to the left. On the exhale, we twist to the right. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Again, that victorious breath or that ocean breath, a little bit of tension at the back of the throat, at the epiglottis. That's the back of the throat area. And when you tighten up back there, it's as if you're sipping through a straw. You begin to add that tension at the glottis, creates the ability of the breath in the nostrils to be exaggerated, and you can hear that rhythm. And then you just align your movement with the rhythm of the breath. The breath leads us. No overexertion, no over-efforting. You're already here. You got this. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to be other than what you are in this moment. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands down. Got 2 more. All right. That same movement. The elbows come up, level with the shoulders, the fingers interlace, the thumbs touching. We start at the level of the heart. Long spine, we're breathing in and out through the nostrils. On the inhale, we're lifting the palms and the hands up to the level of the third eye, the level of the crown, the skull. So think about the middle of your skull, in between your ears, behind your eyes. On the exhale through the nostrils, we're just pressing that down into the heart. Inhaling it up to the third eye, exhaling down to the heart. In and out through the nostrils, find your rhythm. Your pace, your breath, your practice. Total focus here. Again, third eye or just beyond the tip of your nose, but let your focus be internal. Moving within your own body. So what are you moving within your own body here? Up to the third eye on the inhale, down to the heart on the exhale. Again, think about maybe perhaps spring cleaning. What are we cleaning here? We're cleaning that 5th chakra, the throat chakra, Vishuddha, the space of expression. The element is ether. We're creating out of the ether with our voices, speaking into reality. We're clearing that channel here, lifting from the heart, bringing the energy of the heart up through the throat, freeing the expression of love, bringing the energy of the divine, the intuitive mind from the third eye down through the throat, expressing clearly. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands, release the breath. Be very still. All right. Settle in here. As you begin to settle in here, take a moment to provide yourself with any additional support you want. As we move into our last breath, we're going to do our last breath exercise, which will then drop the breath exercise and move into our guided rest or meditation from this space. So maybe you want to grab your eye cloth, maybe you want to grab your shawl or your blanket, anything that will provide you perhaps 1% more support. All right. Bring the hands into the lap so the right palm is up, the left palm, the back of the left palm sits against the right palm, the thumbs come together, and the palms just rest in your lap. The spine is long, crown is lifted, the chin is leveled. We're breathing up and down the spine. Breathing in. One long, continuous exhale, inhale, So this is like a reverse breath of light posture here. So we're going to breathe up. I like to think of breathing up the back of the spine from the root through the sacrum, navel, heart, throat, skull, to the crown, that space outside and above the top of the head. Pausing for a moment. Then we're going to exhale in 7 equal sniffs. So exhaling. And I like to think of exhaling down the front of the body. That works for me. You find what works for you. Inhale, long inhale. To the crown, pause. Be aware of the crown and then begin your exhale. Crown, skull, throat, heart, navel, sacrum, root or base. and then long inhale. And again, as you are ready, your rhythm, your pace, 7-part exhale. Inhaling to the crown. Exhaling to the base. Total focus within here. If it helps and you like, you can imagine you're breathing in the light, lighting up from the base to the crown. If you like, you can imagine you're exhaling, bathing or showering yourself in that light. We draw the light from our supports, our connection. We are not apart from, we are part of. We're not outside the earth, being held by the earth. We are of the earth. We are not outside the divine, being driven by the divine. We are of the divine. We are a channel between the heavens and the earth, between staying with the pattern. Let your next iteration of the pattern be the last iteration of the pattern. So that as you finish that last part of that 7th part of that last exhale, you let the pattern go. Stay in the posture, release the shaping of the breath, just be still, move into your rest. Allow everything to settle, allow everything to fade away, to slip away. Allow yourself to just be. Allow this moment of rest, complete surrender, this opportunity to just be, just as you are, perfectly imperfect. All is as it must be, as it needs be, as it ought be. All is well. All is well. All manner of things are well. Release any shaping of the body, of the mind, and of the breath. Check in with your gratitude. Maybe feel into the possibility of giving yourself gratitude for giving yourself this opportunity to just be. This great gift of rest. This moment of uncaring of anything. This moment of pure being. Famous teacher once said, we move into stillness to discover the truth of who we are. Maybe this moment is an offer and an opportunity to find that stillness and to feel into that truth of being just who we are in silence. If perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. Maybe for your practice, maybe for your practice being over, whatever arises for you. See it clearly. And as you witness yourself and gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you can, for as long as you like. And more importantly, when you do rise, please, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.